Hi and welcome to update 16 for Warframe. This one was called Sanctuary, as you can see from the top one. Yes, I am a tad bit late with this. I was here when it launched, but there was a few login issues and everything else, and I had something I had to do, so I give it about half an hour, then I had to get ready, and to be honest, it was just all bad timing because I had other things I had to do, because I thought this would come next week. Next week is when the Dex Dakra is supposed to turn up, and probably the new primes as well. Not sure on the primes though. So now you can also notice from this the dark sector is basically disabled. This is because one of the first updates is this. I will be moving that bobblehead because the bobblehead was placed there because I used the news a lot. I thought they would have put that over here, but no, for some reason it's over here. That is the PvP Syndicate, the Conclave Syndicate. Now, while they're still balancing some of these, the only frames you can use are Mag, Excalibur, Frost, Rhino, Volt, and the new one, Chroma. Okay, yes, I did have to check there. The Prime stuff is definitely next week, not this week. I haven't actually read the notes at the moment. I kind of skimmed through them and I didn't see anything about the Primes, so I've had a quick check. Now, the new frame, Chroma, it actually looks pretty nice. His abilities look pretty cool. The Scream is the basically spitting fire. The fire it's not fire, it's depending on what energy colour you give him, depends on what element all of this stuff has. The elemental ward is, oh, what was it again? It's an area of effect is created where Chroma and nearby enemies, something about defensive energy. It's pretty weird. It's the armor that I like the looks of more than anything else. When the shields are hit, Chroma's armor grows stronger. When health takes a hit, damage increases. That I'm kind of hoping, I wish worked on other people. That looks like the one that's supposed to be the buff because it works on nearby enemies. Vex armor does look like it could be good though. And obviously there's the so-called super, where he puts himself, well, something to do with his pelt comes off and turns into a sentinel, a sentry. So that could also be really, really useful, but getting him can be a pain. Could be down here. Wow. Oh, this is the Conclave Syndicate. Well, this one looks actually quite nice, and this is the Conclave Master. The problem is that for some reason this Loki has decided to stand in front of it, and I am definitely seeing this right. That is two. Ooh, that's two Nakanas. Half an hour later, before people finally left him alone long enough, can have a decent look at him, and that is definitely two Nakanas he's got there. Ooh, what's he got? Of course, Darvo is still in here. He seems to have lost the thing in the middle of his room. He's been evicted from his old room, which used to be upstairs and in the middle, and he's been kicked into this room, which seems to be pretty much the same anyway. And you can actually see what deals he's got. There it is. This is the new Cephalon. You have to come and see this person before you can get the blueprint to do the new quest, which needs the Stolen Dreams quest done before you can do that quest. And this is basically the new guy. This is, you got to come here and basically can't see it because there's only one screen, but luckily you can read backwards. So overall progress is at 7% already. That's what, over 1% an hour. I've done 0 of 10 because this is the first time I've been in there, and that Loki is basically standing there just annoying everything. Extra standing possible is 10,000, but there is no, it doesn't really tell you. Oh, okay, that's who you're meant to be getting. It's at the top. Sorry for this being backwards, but I can't really see it forwards. It's a Lancer. That's the guy in the middle. So it's actually the Lancer. You've got to kill 10 of them, or you've got to capture 10 of them to do this. But if that's that, where is the thing I've got to go to get the offline speak to that guy? How do you do that? There it is. Oh, and you've just got to basically go through the whole story of what is this place, and they'll talk back to you, and that is actually a huge Cephalon. There it is, actually, the new quest. It has to be picked up from him. It is started from the Codex though, so I will not be starting that one right now. Will you bring my sentinels home? It actually says sentinels, but never mind. But that is how you get the quest. You've got to talk to him, then accept it. And to be honest, as long as this is... this could actually be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to trying this. Also, while I'm in here, you have the simulator. This is the key for it. In there, you are apparently allowed to fight anybody that you have scanned, and you need the key here to get into it. So that's going to cost 50,000. Luckily, though, there isn't any ranking up of this guy. In the same hall as the new Cephalon, the mastery rank practice tests are off to the right when you come in, and it goes all the way up to the very, 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 very high level. I mean, what is it? I don't know what that one is, but you can redo any mastery test you've already done. So is it that one? That's 20. So this is roughly as high as you can get at the minute, and it doesn't stop there. New quest is available. To kick off the quest, it's just in the Codex here, under quests. But as I say, you have to have done the... not patient 0. That one, Stolen Dreams, has to be done before you can pick up the new Strange. Which is a bit of a weird name. But now, the new weapons. They're a fist weapon with chainsaws on them. And they look pretty goddamn nice, to be honest. There is this one, which is... it's a secondary, I think. It's a hand shotgun. It doesn't... is it a secondary or a primary? It doesn't really say there. We'll have a look in a second. But the biggie has got to be... oh, I was going to say the new bobbleheads. There's two of them, Banshee and Vauban. There's also a colour palette for the Kubro. Another one. This one has some pretty nice reds in it. But the biggie is this. This is the new 8-player raid missions. To start these, you have to purchase the blueprint here, and you've got to build a key to get into it. But 8-player raids, this is actually what a lot of people have been looking forward to. Want to buy that. Doesn't cost that much to build. 500 rubido, 9,000 nanospores, and 1 gallium. Isn't that much. If you've been playing for a while, you'll probably have that anyway. If not, the gallium, that will be the problem part to get. I cannot remember what planet offhand drops it, but it's pretty easy to get a hold of one. I think one of the bosses has a chance of dropping it. Is it Mars? No, that doesn't sound right. But this mission, 8 players, it's apparently really, really hard. Apparently there's a very short chance, or small chance I should say, of actually completing this. So I'm looking forward to getting into these, and there will be a video on it eventually when I can get in there. What I would like to do, well, I've told people what I would like to do for this, and I think it would be absolutely great, but that's just dependent on if I can get the people I want to do it with to do it, but time will tell with that. So the blueprint for the handheld one, the melee weapon, is in the marketplace. It does use 2 tellurium, 1 former. It uses an Ankyros and dual cleavers. I'm actually really amazed with my clan on this one, because everything has been added apart from the money, and I cannot I can't believe that they've put all this stuff in here already. That's actually pretty nice. So kind of amazed they've already done that. That was some severe lag. It's got a 3-day research on it though. That's a really long time. So, the Ogress. It has been reskinned. It seems to do the same damage it used to do. I'm not too sure on that one, because I cannot remember the numbers it used to do before. But it has also had a tad bit of a change. It is now no longer a silent weapon. The Ogress used to be a silent weapon. It no longer is. As you can see, alarming, stealth. I like the fact that that's in there now. It tells you which weapons are and which ones aren't stealth. So the Ogress is no longer classed as a stealth weapon, which is a bit of a shame. There are also new augment mods. The first one is Loki. I know Red Veil have this, somebody else will have this as well. And it's hushed invisibility. It would be nice if it made you invincible when you went invisible. But weapon noise is reduced by 100% when invisible. So with that, you should be able to go in and be completely stealth using non-stealth weaponry. Like the look of that one. Chroma himself or herself, I haven't actually looked into whether he's a he or a her, also has its own. This one is called Afterburn, and it's for the Spectral Scream ability. And it's a pretty weird one, but it adds 500 damage to it. Mag also has a new one called Fracturing Crush, which obviously is a crush augment, and armor will be decreased by 50% using this one for 7 seconds after. Well, they'll actually be unable to move for 7 seconds after you've used Crush. Frost has also been given a new augment. This one is called Chilling Globe, and this one I like a lot. It's got a 50% chance of freezing an enemy who enters Snow Globe. There's also been a change to the excavation missions. Basically, the scanner is no more. Okay, it actually starts off with just the one, and then we'll find another one. I'm just going to jump down here, thank you. Don't land on my head. They've got a bad habit of glitching when they do that. So now there's no scanner. And personally, I think that's a pretty good thing, because keeping the scanner powered can pose a huge problem sometimes. Oh, you didn't. Oh. Other reason for quickly jumping in there is once you've completed the mission, I just did them two and left, yes. I am aware of that because, well, I just did it, hence two. Anyway, that's besides the point. You get this lovely new button at the bottom, which means instead of having to come out of the mission, go back into the map and everything else, you can just hit that one button there, which I'm not going to press, and it'll take you back in. If you want to buy the helmet for Chroma that has the nose on it, it was the Tenno Live preview of him. I'm assuming it's a him because it uses frost. You can buy it. Somebody was telling me it's free. That definitely says 40 platinum there. And to those who love this weapon, sorry, but I've got bad news. The Cyanide Gamma Core has been nerfed. It hasn't been nerfed, it's just been changed, so, well, all you gotta do is look over here at the damage of it. It now only does 28 damage. It used to do 250. It does, now consumes 7.5 times more ammunition, and the magazine capacity has been reduced. So this thing, even though it used to do a lot of damage, I mean, it used to be, 250, it's now 28. It says the Vipers have also been given a visual overhaul. Yes, they look a little bit better, a little bit more refined, but that's still the same weapon. The biggie for the mods has to be this. I'm at -2 with the Ogress, because the cold damage mod here has been increased to an 11 from a 9. It used to be a 9, it's not just this one, it's across all of them. So thankfully they haven't auto removed them from builds, so I will have to format this again, actually make it fit properly. But most weapons which just manage to fit mods in will go into the minuses, and it will cause a bit of a problem. It means you just can't remove any mods from it until you format it and solve the problem. Leave this off here for now. As usual, there'll be a link in the description to the forum post, or you can just go to this terminal, and if you actually click on the update there, that will also take you to the same page from in-game. But to be honest, the changes and everything else on this are just, there's so many of them, I couldn't fit them all in here. So I'm sorry if I've covered something important and I've removed it, or I've missed something important. I've tried to cover as much as I could, but the footage I have, I've got a lot of stuff to go through, and this is going to be an editing nightmare. But this is a huge update. I'm really looking forward to the raids and then to trying out the new frame more than anything else, because if it's based on Frost and you need to get the Frost parts to build it, I kind of like that idea. It's a Warframe you've got to build and then alter it to a new Warframe. That adds the length of time of building it. Bad for making videos, good for actual gameplay, because it's going to take longer. Oh, I want the bobbleheads as well. But anyway, leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.